G'day guys, I'm at the gym at the moment and I just wanted to make a quick video talking to you about something that's called cold water immersion. I've just finished my gym session and this is something that I've only been starting to practice recently. This is not a new thing, but for me it's almost been like a secret hack for me to build more muscle and burn more fat. So what is cold water immersion? Well, what it is we finish our exercise and then it's quite uncomfortable, but what we do is we take an ice cold shower for, between 3 and 10 minutes is ideal. But basically there's a lot of benefits to cold water immersion. So I've just finished my workout. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go take this cold shower and then I'll come back and I'll explain to you the reasons for cold water immersion and why it is so good for us and can really help with muscle growth and fat burning and so many other things as well. But let's go do this cold shower. I'll film it as well so you can see how uncomfortable it is and then I'll explain to you what it's all about. Okay, so here we go guys. This is very uncomfortable. It is not fun. I will promise you that, but the benefits are going to be well worth it if you do this on a regular basis. So the first few seconds really are the worst part, but as you get into it a little bit longer, it's definitely not quite as bad. You can definitely feel your body go into a little bit of shock, a little bit of hyperventilation starts to happen, but there's some chemical reactions and hormonal changes occurring in my body right now that are well worth the uncomfortable feeling that I'm feeling at the moment. Okay guys, I'll just dry off a little bit and then we'll explain what the purpose was of that torturous cold shower. Okay guys, so let's talk about cold water immersion. Now, if you've done any kind of research into this, you will find a couple of recent studies that have been done that suggest maybe cold water immersion is actually doing the opposite for us. It's not helping with muscle building, but if you look further into those studies, the issues with them were that the guys who they were doing the trials on, they weren't doing enough exercise to really get the benefits of the cold water immersion. So I guess it's very important that this is used with high intensity style training. We have to be causing enough damage to the muscle in order for the cold water immersion to really do anything. And we have to be training on a regular basis. Some of these trials, they were testing the amount of muscle growth in the forearms of individuals after training them for 20 minutes, 3 days a week. These kind of trials, I don't know, there's a lot of people in the industry that I really look up to, a lot of research that I've read that suggests cold water immersion is phenomenal for so many different things. And the other thing to remember is that the body is, it's a holistic, it's a holistic organism, so we have to really treat it in a holistic way. Trying to build muscle is one thing, but if our other systems aren't functioning properly, forget about muscle building. It's not going to happen. The body's going to focus on what those issues are. So if we're vitamin deficient or one of our organs isn't functioning properly, or we've got issues with our insulin, our insulin's sensitivity, numerous different things, our muscles aren't going to build anyway. So the benefits of cold water immersion for me are primarily the fact that, and this is factual information, it's been shown in numerous trials and studies that this stuff works. So there's some anabolic hormones that are released when we immerse our body in cold water. There's an increase in mitochondrial density. Mitochondria is like, I guess it's the engine of our cells, and with more mitochondria comes more burning of fat because mitochondria use fat as fuel for that engine to run. So that's one way that it's going to burn fat. The other thing that happens is when our body temperature drops rapidly, our body naturally starts trying to find ways to increase that temperature. And what it's going to do is it's going to take stored fats that we have, fats that are stored around our stomach, hips, thighs, and it's going to use those fats to try and generate more heat. Cold water immersion helps with our metabolism. It increases our metabolic rate. So once again, more fat burning benefits. It's been shown to increase growth hormone production, which is a huge factor in muscle building. So guys, cold water immersion is something that you can really use on a daily basis. You know, having an ice cold shower in the morning and one post-workout is an unreal way to really get some extra muscle growth happening. And it's something that I'm going to be using now. I really love it. So many benefits: reducing cortisol, better sleep, reduced stress. It's just phenomenal what this cold water immersion therapy can do, guys. I hope you've enjoyed my video on cold water immersion. Guys, it's not fun, but the benefits are well worth it. Give it a try.